This is Mark's Short Takes. You know, ladies and gentlemen, the time to speak up is really when people tell you not to speak up. The time to speak up is when the mob is pushing in one direction and you're watching and you see injustice and the violation of civil liberties. Well, this is one of those times, and unfortunately we're seeing more and more of these times. We all know what took place on January 6th, that the Capitol building was attacked. But we're learning more and more information about that. We learned weeks ago that much of it was pre-planned by specific individuals and organizations. We learned that it had nothing to do with the president's speech and incitement for insurrection. We learned that it's the most bizarre so-called insurrection in world history, since nobody was armed. Nobody actually brought any pistol to the Capitol building. And the only shots that were fired were the shots of the Capitol policemen, resulting in the death of one of the protesters who had breached the property. We know there were tens of thousands of people there who didn't breach anything, who never entered the Capitol building, weren't even aware that it was entered. We know that it was the President of the United States, Donald Trump, who said we ought to send 10,000 National Guardsmen there, and that it was local officials who turned it down. We know that the FBI was in fact informed, and the FBI director, by the NYPD and their Norfolk office, of what they were seeing and hearing on social media and other places about potential for violence. And we know that Christopher Wray didn't get around to reading it till 2 or 3 days later. We know that the Speaker of the House was disengaged. At no time did she really focus on the potential violence. And quite frankly, the leader of the Senate, Mitch McConnell, same exact thing. But that's not really my point. My point is hundreds and hundreds of people are being rounded up. Rounded up. They're being transported from their homes in Nebraska, and Kansas, and other places to Washington, D.C. Many of them are sitting in jail. They're being charged with felonies. Some of them committed misdemeanors, but not felonies. But they're trying to reinterpret certain felonies to apply to these people. And they're very proud of it. They're leaking to liberal outlets. They're leaking to 60 Minutes, Politico, the Washington Post, the New York Times. So we have federal investigators and prosecutorial officials who I believe in some instances may be going way over the line. And we have a media that doesn't report about most of these people. Who are they? What exactly did they do? What exactly are they being charged with? Where are they physically located? What's happening to them? And I think we need to know. I'm not saying people shouldn't be prosecuted. I'm saying maybe some shouldn't be. And that we need to know exactly what's going on. Do you know what's going on? I don't know what's going on. I hear anecdotal information about people in the middle of the night, like Roger Stone's situation or Paul Manafort's situation, where SWAT shows up, they're being pulled out of their homes, who say, all I did was protest. I didn't do anything else. We also know there's an extraordinary behind-the-scenes effort using Google, using other major companies to try and track down individuals, their iPhones. So this is a massive investigation that's going on. I'm sure Nancy Pelosi and some of the others are very, very pleased with it. And yet, what kind of investigation took place and still takes place with the federal courthouse being attacked in Portland, Oregon? With the new Attorney General excusing it, saying if you're attacking at night and nobody's there, well, I'm not sure that's domestic terrorism. How bizarre is that? A federal courthouse. This man served in a federal courthouse for years and years and years. What if his courthouse had been attacked at night? Would that be okay? And the attack to try and penetrate the White House had injured over 50 Secret Service. And they had to take the president and his family down to the nuclear bunker under the White House. And they burned a historic church, and when Lafayette Park was cleared out, it was the president, the military, and the Department of Justice that was attacked by the media. What of that? Is that not an insurrection? Is that not sedition? Has anybody been charged with sedition who tried to penetrate the White House or attack that courthouse? Anybody? I'd be curious to know. And by the way, not a single person has been charged, as best as public records can tell, with a firearms offense. Not one. And yet, the parade goes on in the media, and nobody seems to care. That's it. This is Mark's Short Takes.
For more, sign up for LevinTV.